Man, that, hey, that does not get you going and get you fired up. I don't know what will. Man, we got a big top 10 matchup down in the Bayou this weekend. Got Tigers, Gators, Baton Rouge at night, Death Valley. The Tigers in their high-flying offense versus that stingy Florida Gators defense. Something must give. We will find out. We will talk about it next on this damn show. Let's get it going. What is up, people? Man, as you can see, I am a little bit jacked up because I told you I love big time matchups. Give me those top 10 games every day, all day, and twice on Saturday. But this is the week, people. I told you that this is the week for you college football fans. This is the week right here. Big matchups. A lot of good, interesting matchups and games that you can sink your teeth into. I would suggest that you sit at home, get you some wings, get you some pizza, and whatever drink of your choice is, and just sit there and not move and get your hand ready because it's a remote control type of day on Saturday. Welcome into the show, man. Sentell, the hottest sports podcast in the South, the best damn sports podcast, period. You know who I am, a.k.a. Mr. No Days Off, a.k.a. the one-man dynasty, Wesley Sentell. Welcome into the show. Hey, you got lots to get into. We're going to talk about those matchups in college football. We got two big-time ranked versus ranked matchups, but there's several others as well. But two we're going to really focus on. We got some local flavor in the house. We got the local teams matching up with some big-time matchups in the ACC and the SEC. We're going to dive into the NFL schedule, go through those games as well. But I want energy, people. I want a lot of passion. I want emotion from you people today. You should be bringing it today. I want you to bring it. Bring it to me today. Let's it's a Friday show. So, we're going to start the show off what we always do on the end of the week show. I have to hand out. Unfortunately, I have to hand it out. So let's get on to it. This week's Sentell Sucker of the Week.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Yeah. You know how we do this. This is how this works. Every week I got to give you a sucker of the week. And, this is a tough one for me. This is a tough sucker of the week for me because this week's sucker of the week is none other than me. That's right. Me. You're looking at the sucker of the week. It is me. Because I fell for it again. They tricked me again. They bamboozled me again. They got my hopes up again and let me down yet again. So therefore, I am a sucker. I am talking about the Atlanta Braves setting me up for failure. That's why I am on my own freaking segment of sucker of the week, because of the Atlanta freaking Braves. They got me again. They sucked me into the trap. Led me to believe that things were different. Led me to believe that this year would be different. I should have known better. I have watched this train wreck since 1990. I've seen so many horrible moments. I've witnessed countless, numerous heartaches and heartbreaks and pain. 91 World Series against the Twins. 92 against the Blue Jays. 96 Yankees. 99 Yankees. 2001 Diamondbacks. 2005 Astros. 2013 Dodgers. 2014 Cardinals. It goes on and on and on and on and on. And I still believe that this year was different. But it wasn't different. In fact, it was the exact same story, but with a twist. This time, the Braves thought that, you know what? Let's not give them a game where we can break their heart at the end. Let's go ahead and embarrass ourselves and get beat down early. That way, there's no heartache involved. That's what happened to me. What an embarrassing performance in a division playoff game, a clinching game at home as the higher ranked seed, a 97-win baseball team, and you get beat 13-1, and essentially the game is over after the first inning. That is why I am the sucker of the week. I am the sucker of the week because I believed like a fool. I believed in the Braves, and I got exactly what I deserved for believing in that organization, because they are determined to fail, determined to let you down. So this week's honor of Sentell Sucker of the Week goes to none other than me. And we got a phone call in the first segment. Let me get finished with the first segment. Let me get finished with the first segment first. I got a phone call already. Guys are eager to get in here. But this week's Sentell Sucker of the Week is none other than yours truly, Wesley Sentell. So play that music.
Can you dig it, sucker?
What a hole. Just hole.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Just horrible. Just absolutely horrible. What a train wreck that was. What just miserable. Just pathetic. All those words, I'm just sick of them. I'm done with. I'm just sick of it. I can't take anymore. I'm tired of them. I try to have a phone call right off the bat right now. Before I even get done with the first segment, I couldn't even get done with it. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching today, man. It should be a good show. Football Friday. I told you we got some matchups this weekend in college football. Oklahoma, Texas. The Red River Shootout, the Red River Rivalry, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be outstanding. Jalen Hurts, Sam Ehlinger. Man, it's going to be fun. At 12 also, South Carolina Gamecocks travel to Athens. Bulldogs, Gamecocks, 12 o'clock. At 3:30, Florida State travels to Clemson. Death Valley, the number 2 ranked Clemson Tigers are in action. 7:30, Penn State travels to Iowa. I know Iowa lost last week to Michigan, but this is a tough place to play at night. Penn State is the number 10 team in the country, undefeated, haven't beaten quite anybody, but undefeated and have looked good, beating those teams they're supposed to beat. So a true road test for them. Should be interesting. USC is at Notre Dame. USC is not they can spring up on you. Struggle a little bit, but 3-2. But Notre Dame, it's just about Notre Dame. They're at number 9 in the country, and You know, they have to stay right there. They have to hang on because they have to show and prove that they belong with one loss in the college football playoffs, so they cannot afford any slip-ups. They cannot afford any slip-ups at this moment. And then, of course, at 8 o'clock, Death Valley, the other Death Valley, down in the bayou, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the number 5th ranked LSU Tigers versus the number 7th ranked Florida Gators. Is that high flying offense of the LSU Tigers? And yes, that's right. I said it. I can't believe I said it. The high flying offense of the LSU Tigers taking on the stingy Florida Gators defense, a resilient bunch coming off a big win against Auburn last week. We will dive into both of those matchups momentarily. We'll get into both of those. The LSU, Florida, Oklahoma, Texas, and everything in between. You want to get in here? I will open up the phone lines right now. If you want to get in, you interested in talking about some of these matchups, what you think going to happen, get in here. 864-378-5943. 864-378-5943. I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to these matchups tomorrow. I mean, this is what a college football schedule should look like, people. At 12 o'clock, the Red River Rivalry. Texas, Oklahoma, the 6th ranked Oklahoma Sooners, the 11th ranked Texas Longhorns. This is a matchup of quarterbacks. This is about the quarterbacks. These offenses are prolific, but these quarterbacks have been outstanding. Sam Ehlinger's numbers: 17 TDs, 2 INTs, 69% completion ratio. Hasn't ran it at all. It hasn't ran it well this year as he normally would. He only has 3 rushing TDs, had 16 last year. So they've cut down on his running. I'm sure not calling as many design runs as they normally would for him, letting him stand back there and do what he does and only scramble on occasions. Jalen Hurts has been out of his freaking mind. 14 TDs, 2 INTs also, with 75% completion ratio. And here's where he's separating himself. He's also running it almost 500 yards of rushing and 7 TDs. Phone call. Let me get in here. Phone call. Guys want to get in. Let's get it. Mr. Shaq, what's going on, brother?
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
What is up? What is up, man? What you got for me?
In the words of Stephen A. Smith, we've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived.
Yes. Yes.
Continue on I-64 East.
As an Atlanta Braves fan, first of all, I want to correct you. You said that the game was over after the first inning.
Yes.
The game was over in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Okay. I mean, you can be technical.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to know, what I want to know is, where do we go from now? We have a bunch of people on 1-year deals. The team's going to look completely different in 43 minutes. Said in his interview, his post-game interview, what do you think we need to do to get us over the hump?
Great question. Thank you. Appreciate it. By the way, be safe on that road. Well,
Over the hump. Now, I don't just want to compare.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. We want to win it all. This is why I'm so hurt. This is why I'm so disappointed. I get it. Okay, upgrade. We got to upgrade the starting pitching rotation. You need another guy. You need one more guy. I think Soroka can be. He seemed like he got the ace ability, so you got to upgrade that position because you don't believe Dallas Keuchel's probably not coming back. Yeah, Max.
What kind of guy would you want? Would you want a Matt Wheeler kind of guy, or what kind of? You want an ace or an above average?
You gotta have a 2 or a 1.
Okay.
You can't go below. You have to have a 2 or a 1 because if you think Soroka's an ace, then you still need a 2. And if you think he's not, he's definitely a 2. So you can bring in an ace, but you need a Jacob deGrom type pitcher, or an equal to Soroka. And that's you can have a 1A or 1B. Then you got to upgrade the bullpen. You have to get a legit closer. You have to get a legit guy you can bring in, gonna shut the door, no questions asked, get it done. Offensively, we got to get a catcher. You have to upgrade the catching position because.
What are we gonna do about Donaldson?
Do you believe in Austin Riley? Are you ready to hand the keys over to Austin Riley yet? That's the question that the Braves front office has to answer. Do you believe in Austin Riley yet enough to where you can get rid of Josh Donaldson? If you think about signing him, you got to bring him in like a 2-year deal. He's going to want at least a 2-year deal, especially with the numbers that he put up. I would be okay with bringing him back because I'm not sure about Austin Riley
too.
yet. I like a proven commodity. Josh Johnson proven that he can perform at a high level. But you got to upgrade the catching position. We have got nothing literally out the catching position in several years. You are getting nothing out of that offensively. Tyler Flowers he's just a guy. He's just a guy. Brian McCann retired.
And I'm not a big fan of Alex Jackson. We have in the minor leagues right now, personally. We brought him up a couple of times, and he hasn't looked good at all.
Yeah, and part of that could be that he was not ready. He was not ready. He was not ready to be up. But you got to upgrade that position. You need another starting pitcher, and you got to get a closer. Fact. That's it. That's where it starts at. Closer, another starting pitcher, and you got to upgrade the catcher position.
I already know your feelings towards Snicker, but you think he should be gone.
Yeah, I think you get to a point where you max out.
Because Madden's out there.
I don't know about him because he's an older guy. He's been around. I mean, I get it. The pedigree is there. The championship. He wins where he goes. But I think it comes to a point where you peak out with a coach. Like you peak out. This is the furthest he can take. This is the furthest he can take them. And quite frankly, some of his moves put you in that position that you were in. I think some of the bad managing, the over management, led you to the ultimate ending of the series. Some of the things were very questionable.
I just don't see how we don't pitch Soroka twice in the series.
And that's a big one people talking about. And you know, in hindsight, is there. But you definitely got to have your best pitcher. Got to have the ability to pitch twice. You know, regardless in a short series, your best pitcher should be able to have the ability to pitch twice in a series. But it goes back to me, game one, taking Dallas Keuchel out after 74 pitches. That was the start. That was the beginning of the end, because I felt like game one was a must win. I thought game one was a must win situation for us, given our history, how we haven't clinched a playoff series since 2001. So to me, that was the most critical part of the series. And then the other things that he did as well. I think he's reached his peak. I think he's never going to do any more than he can do. So let's get another coach in here, another younger manager maybe, but somebody with a pedigree. But I think Snick has run his course.
So let me ask you this: do you think Freddie Freeman choked because of just his inability to come through, or do you think the injury was a real impact on his performance in that series?
We'll never know about the injury because he's only going to tell us what we want to hear, right? He said he's had him forever. So if that being the case, then I gotta judge him harshly as I possibly can. He was bad in the series, 4 of 20 from a guy who's a top 3 MVP candidate type player every year in and year out. Not to mention his error Wednesday really opened up the floodgates of that ball game, and he had opportunities to drive in runs. Yeah, and now he's a top flight Gold Glove type first baseman. And he made that was a critical error. It led to the floodgates basically open. If he makes that play, even if he gets one out, it just changed the outlook of that whole inning, and we might never know how that happened. But we got
one more quick question. What you think my Florida State someone's gonna do in Death Valley this week?
I wouldn't have changed quarterbacks. Just because you had won 2 straight games, gave you a little bit more momentum. I'm not saying the offense was the problem. Clearly, the offense was actually moving the ball quite well against a few opponents. So, but I just think changing the quarterback after he gave you a little bit of momentum, maybe you could have started him and they had a short leash on him. But I think that in the first half, Florida State would keep it close. They would keep it competitive in the first half because they've shown that first halves they are pretty good. It's the second half because they run out the depth is not there at Florida State right now. They got a few talented guys and then a bunch of guys and then not much depth. So that's where that issue comes in the second half. What would you call a successful game? How many points would you say is a successful game?
I think if we're competitive the whole game, and they pull away two score lead, I'm not gonna be happy about it, but I understand.
Absolutely. Hey, I appreciate your phone call, man. Be safe on the road.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
And I think your guy, Richard Sherman, should have been the second week for we did the Baker Mayfield.
We can talk about
that. Lions do look good.
I appreciate it.
All right, bro.
We can talk about that. That was a sucker move. Yeah, it was. by Richard. But they had to be me, man, because I bought into this Brady hype, man, and I'm sick of them. I'm sick of the damn Brady. They killed me. They made me look like a damn fool. Sick of them. But I think Florida State got enough guys offensively to kind of keep it competitive in the first half, like they've been doing in most games, where they've gotten out to some good leads and quick leads, and then second half they kind of fade away. And that's the thing when you don't have the depth that you expect Florida State to have. They just don't have the depth. Offensive line is getting a little better, and that's the one area that still concerns me, especially against a really good Clemson front. Florida State offensive line, it looks like they're getting better. It doesn't seem as it worse as it's been, but they still not a really good offensive line. So Clemson definitely a win up front, definitely a dominate and pull away in the second half of this ball game. But we shall see. It's gonna be fun because I mean that's a quality matchup at 3:30. Regardless of how bad Florida State appears to be, you expect them to be competitive. You expect them to try to somewhat be in the game. In some parts of the game, Clemson hasn't looked great offensively. Shorty bye week comes at a very, very good time. So we shall see that matchup. Like I said, man, it's a lot of good matchups. But I was talking about Texas and Oklahoma. The quarterbacks are out of their minds. Surprisingly, Oklahoma's defense has been really good. They're 27th in scoring D. They only give up 20 points a game in the Big 12. Now they haven't. Granted, some of those offenses, you would think all of those offenses are really high potent and explosive offenses. Not the case with the teams Oklahoma has played. But with that being said, they are 20th, 27th in points scored and defensive points allowed. So defensively, they're getting better. Texas is 89th in total defense. Man, Oklahoma is just, and I picked Texas to win the Big 12. And they could still possibly match up and play each other twice, given how the format is in the Big 12 now. We still have a championship game despite only having 10 teams, 11 teams. But I'm going to go with Oklahoma. They're playing so well right now. Jalen Hurts is playing so well right now. CD Lamb, Rambo, Sermon, the running back, Hazelwood, the freshman receiver. They just got so many weapons, and I just like the way Jalen Hurts is playing right now. I saw Texas defense against LSU get lit up. Not saying they can't reverse that and get it fixed and get it straightened out. But I did pick Texas in the beginning of the season to win the Big 12, but they're gonna lose this game. I feel they will lose this game at the Texas State Fair. Oklahoma and Texas at high noon on Fox. Welcome into the show. This is Sentell. It's the best damn sports podcast, period. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Great show, man. Big weekend in the college football world. We got lots of games to get into and talk about. So if you want to talk about them, 864-378-5943. 864-378-5943. I mentioned the Georgia, South Carolina. Let's go to some of these point spreads. Georgia is a 29-point favorite against the Gamecocks. If you take the Gamecocks, you get 24. If you take Georgia, you're giving away 29 points. Gamecock fans out there, call me and tell me this. Tell me you're gonna cover. Tell me this game is gonna be competitive and why. Let me know how you're gonna manage to keep this game competitive and close. I need to know. If I bet, I get into those gambling things. Sometimes I do. I would probably take Carolina on 24 points. That's a lot of points. I know Georgia's really stacked and loaded. That's a lot of points. It's a rivalry game. Carolina come out for bye week as well, so a time to heal, time to see yourself on tape, correct some things, and I expect them to play their best game of the season this week in Athens. So we shall see. I mentioned Penn State at Iowa. Want to see more Penn State. Quarterbacks playing out of his mind. Defensively, they're looking strong. Want to see more out of them. But the big one is down in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That high-powered LSU offense led by Joe Burrow. This LSU offense, this matchup is simple, man. It's the LSU offense versus the Florida defense. It doesn't get more complicated. It doesn't get any complicated than that. That's what it boils down to. Look at these LSU offensive numbers right now. They are second in total offense, 561 yards a game. 561 yards a game. That's what they're averaging right now. 561 yards a game. Also, the passing offenses, they're second in the nation in pass offense. 398 yards a game. 398 yards a game. Joe Burrow is throwing around in yards, and they are first. Can you believe this? The LSU offense is first in points per game with 52 points a game. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Florida defense, they're 19th in total D, 305 yards a game. They are 27th in pass D, 194 yards a game. But they are 8th in the nation in points allowed at 14.8, at 14.2, I'm sorry. So LSU 52 points a game offensively. Florida's 14 points a game defensively. Also 24 sacks, which is second in the nation. Something's got to give. It's that LSU offense versus that Florida defense. Something has to give. I cannot wait. This is going to be an awesome game down in the Bayou, which also brings me to my Sentell's Intel poll question of the day, which is on the Best Damn Sports podcast page over on Facebook. I did ask who will win Saturday, Florida or LSU. I will get you the results before the end of the show is over with. So if you're out there watching again, if you want to get in, comments, questions, phone calls, 864-378-5943. This is your weekend. This is the college football fans weekend, starting at 12 o'clock and running all the way to 8 p.m. Just a lot of fun, entertaining games. Feature some of your local teams, some of the national teams. I mean, just got a little bit of everything in this weekend. Looking forward to it. It all kicks off with Texas and OU at the Red River Shootout at 12. Also Georgia and South Carolina also at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Well, let's take a short break. And when I get back, I will jump into the NFL, including last night's Patriots and Giants game on Thursday Night Football. We'll get into that. More of your comments, more of your questions, more of your phone calls, hopefully. On the second half of the program, I'll be right back. Don't you people go anywhere. This is Sentell's Intel. Yo, I'm back. We back. Welcome to the show, man. This is Sentell's Intel, the hottest sports podcast in the South, man. Y'all can get those polled up. And of course, it's LSU heavy. You know, when you're me, you have a lot of haters. You have a lot of haters, man, and they just hate. And they just come out of the woodwork. They just hate. So we'll get to the final results before the show goes off. Let's get into the NFL, man. We had the NFL last night. We had a Thursday night football game with the New England Patriots defeating the New York Football Giants 35-14. Patriots remain unbeaten. One of only two NFL teams that are unbeaten. Can you tell me who is the other unbeaten team in the NFL? Who is the other unbeaten team in the NFL who hasn't lost it? Who is undefeated besides the Patriots in the NFL? There's one other team that's undefeated in the NFL. Can you guess who they are? Can you guess? Can you guess who they are? Can you guess? Right there. Right there. it is the 4-0 49ers. They are the only other undefeated team. But the game last night, man, I don't know how the Patriots do this thing. I don't know how the Patriots continue to be the Patriots, continue to do what they do despite injuries and suspensions and all of these things that they go through, and they just continue to find a way to win. The Giants scored 14 points, but 7 of those was a defensive touchdown. They lose. The Patriots also, Josh Gordon gets injured during the game, and now people are questioning Tom Brady. Doesn't looking like he's showing some mortality at this point. Had an interception, had that fumble, of course, that led to that touchdown. I'm not in the business no more. I told you I'm out of the business of betting against the Patriots and Tom Brady. I'm not doing it. Despite all the troubles, despite all of these things, they are still 5-0. Defensively, they're really, really good defensively. Stephon Gilmore is an elite corner, and league in points allowed. So defensively, they're still good. I think offensively, I'll wait and see how they continue to look. But right now, they're 5-0. I'm not finna get all my panties in a bunch because they're, I'm not finna go overboard. I'm telling you, I'm telling you right now, never, ever, 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 ever. I'm not doing it. I'm not counting them out. I'm not doing anything that has to do with Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and that whole organization. I'm just not doing it. Not going to do it. So they win last night 35-14. Giants dropped to 2-4. They are a lot of injuries right now. Saquon is out. Shepard's out, the fine receiver. Evan Ingram was out last night. So it's just a myriad of injuries for the Giants right now for us offensively. So we'll see how they continue their 2018 season. Daniel Jones had some rookie moments last night. 3 INTs. So he kind of showed his youth a little bit. So we can pump our brakes on. This is what we can do. We can pump our brakes on Danny Dimes being all world, and we can pump our brakes about him being the worst quarterback ever. Also, and that's where we are right now. He's kind of right here in the middle. We'll see how his career goes as this season progresses and seasons in the future come along. So let's not go on one side or the other and go crazy. All right. This game is in Europe. It's in London, I believe. It's the Panthers, 3-2 Panthers on a 3-game winning streak with Kyle Allen at quarterback. But the story is not Kyle Allen. The story is Christian McCaffrey. CMC doing his thing, rushing and receiving. He is just a bad man. He's on pace to break this single season record from yards from scrimmage this year. This guy's unbelievable. I told you he would be. You didn't want to hear it. You people out there know why. You all know why you didn't believe in Chris McCaffrey. You all know why you didn't believe. But I was a believer. I believed from day one because I seen talent. I don't care what he looks like. I seen the talent. Now, we all probably thought that he wasn't going to be as durable because he only weighs about 205 pounds. But it just, everything else is there. The guy you can slide him out to receive. He can run route. He can catch out the backfield. He can get to the outside. And when he gets in the open field, he's not being caught from behind. You're not catching him from behind. So you can go ahead and forget about it. That's who he is. CMC balling out of control, and I'm enjoying it. I'm frankly I am enjoying watching him do what he do, man. They're taking on the 2-3 Buccaneers. Jameis has played well this year. Can't be critical of Jameis. As typically in the past you would be. He's played well. He's done some nice things. Bruce Arians has been getting the most out of him. but they're still 2-3. Some tough losses on that schedule. Panthers at Buccaneers, the NFC South matchup in the Stink Bowl of the Suck Out Loud Bowl, the SOL Bowl, Suck Out Loud Bowl. It's the 0-5 Redskins taking on the 0-4 Dolphins. Somebody has to win, right? Somebody has to win, correct? Somebody? Anybody? Somebody has to win this game. Am I correct? Somebody's going to win this game. I think the Redskins, who earlier fired Jay Gruden this past week, the Dolphins coming off a bye. So I think the Dolphins have the upper hand. The Dolphins are trying to lose. I don't know what the Redskins are trying to lose, but the Dolphins are definitely trying to lose. So they may not even want to win. They might not even be interested in winning these games. But just a horrible football game. What is a horrible 0-5 versus 0-4? Both teams are in a mess. Are a mess. Let's move on to some competent football. It's the 3-2 Eagles at the 3-2 Vikings. Eagles have righted the ship. Good win against the Jets last week. No applause needed. Vikings had a good win after Kirk Cousins was trashed by his receiving core in the whole state of Minnesota. Again, I told you what he was going to do, though. I told you that 4 o'clock game against the Bears, when everybody's watching, he's going to stack up the field. Last week, they played the Giants. Nobody was watching. At a 1 o'clock start, nobody was paying any attention. Kirk Cousins goes off. Over 300 yards. Diggs and Thielen sightings all over the place. He plays well. Vikings win. This is a big game at 1 o'clock against the Eagles. We shall see. Eagles have, like I said, righted the ship a little bit. Carson's playing better. The back end still stinks, but they're coming along. So that should be a good matchup. Vikings, Eagles, 2 playoff teams. At 1 o'clock also, this is one I'm looking forward to. 2 of the bright young quarterbacks in the National Football League. It's the 3-2 Texans at the 4-1 Chiefs. It's Mahomes. It's Watson. I hope to be saying that for the next decade. Because this is what it's all about. This new wave of quarterbacks led by this reigning MVP Pat Mahomes versus Deshaun Watson. We all know what he's capable of. Last week, over 400 yards passing, 3 TDs. Now, let me first say that he was playing the Falcons, so he should be disqualified for bragging about stats when you play the Falcons, because we all know the damn Falcons stink. And I'm talking about the Falcons. You know what? I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to talk about the Falcons. Anyway, Texans at Chiefs. Chiefs coming off a stunning loss last week at home to the Indianapolis Colts on Sunday Night Football, where they were held to 14 points. So, we shall see what the Chiefs can do in response to that loss at home last week. But Mahomes, Watson, pretty fun. It is the 4-1 Saints, led by Teddy Bridgewater, at the 2-3 Jaguars. Bridgewater has played well in relief of Drew Brees. Seems as if Drew Brees should be back sooner rather than later. Jags are 2-3. Look like Gardner Minshew, the quarterback, has been limited at practice, so we don't know who's playing quarterback for them. But he has played well in relief of Nick Foles. Jalen Ramsey's availability still seems to be a question mark, still up in the air. We don't know. I don't know what Jalen Ramsey's status is. The owner keeps insisting that he is going to play for the Jags at some point this season. He's going to play for them. He's going to be back. So I don't know. Maybe noted Jaguar fan Keevy Dennis could be somewhere found. Maybe a little preoccupied, but he could be out there somewhere looking in, listening. Can help me out with that, because I don't know. Yeah, another 1 o'clock game. It's the 4-1 Seahawks at the 2-3 Browns. The Seahawks, who have been led by the brilliant Russell Wilson, who's putting up an MVP caliber type season so far. Russell won me over several years ago. I told you, won me over several years ago. We call him corny. We call him all these things. But again, this man is married to Ciara. has $100 million contract, has a Super Bowl. He wins. He has won. Okay, so he's not corny. Because when you live like that, you cannot be corny. Okay, you can't. It's impossible to have $100 million and ball like he balls, been to 2 Super Bowls, and has $100 million and be corny. It's impossible. Those things just doesn't go together. Those things don't add up. They just don't. And right on time, Mr. KDD gets in and says, owner Khan says he is playing. So the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Khan, says that Jalen Ramsey will play Sundays. That's the latest from the Jalen Ramsey saga. But Seahawks at Browns. Browns coming off that beat down. They got handed to them by, you know, that team right there. They beat them down on Monday night. But it's, this is a battle of undersized quarterbacks. Baker, Russell, both under 6 foot tall. Both improvising. Baker has stunk up the field so far this season. Maybe he can right the ship at home against a Seahawks team that's really good. Playing really well. Know they're gonna play good defense, but it's about Russell Wilson now. His evolution, his ascent to the top of the mountain as one of the top tier quarterbacks in the league. So a good matchup. 4-1 Seahawks at the 2-3 Browns. At 1 o'clock also is the 0-5 Bengals at the 3-2 Ravens. We're not gonna waste our time talking about the 0-5 Bengals. They are a mess. They are a joke. Put them in the same category as the Redskins and Dolphins. They stink. We shall see. At 4 o'clock, 4:05 to be exact, is the aforementioned 4-0 49ers versus the 3-2 Rams. 49ers have a rash of injuries right now. So I'm a little bit concerned. Left tackle is out, Joe Staley. This week our right tackle has just had surgery. He's out 46 weeks. Fullback is out for 46 weeks. So we have hit a bit of an injury streak right now. So I'm a little bit concerned, especially from an O-line perspective. Also Witherspoon, our fine cornerback, he's also out. So a rash of injuries have hit us. So despite being 4-0, there's a lot of concern, especially with the injuries. 3-2 Rams. Don't know if Todd Gurley is gonna play. He's a little bit banged up, a little limited. So it should be it's a NFC West matchup. Tough road game for the Niners after a short week after playing on Monday Night Football. So no Mike McGlinchey at right tackle. No Juice in the backfield at fullback. So the injury bug, man, it sucks. But this is part of the game. This is part of the NFL. This is what happens. Injuries occur a lot. At 4-5, the recently mentioned 1-4 Atlanta Falcons. The 1-4 Atlanta Falcons. You make me sick. You people make me sick. I picked you to win the NFC South, and this is what you do to me. This is how you repay me for picking you to win the NFC South. You're 1-4, and you're getting trashed by everybody. Last week it was Deshaun Watson who threw for a career high yardage and TDs against you. And the week before that, it was Marcus Mariota having his best game as a Tennessee Titan against you guys. If you want to get right, play the Atlanta Falcons defense. And here comes the 1-3-1 Arizona Cardinals, led by the number 1 overall pick, Kyler Murray, who got their first win last week. I told you I didn't expect much out of Kyler Murray, so I'm not going one way or the other. I just thought he would not succeed like an overall number 1 pick should. Okay, that's what we when you get that title, you expect it to be great. You expect it to be eventually elite. Can he just be a good guy, a good quarterback, above average? Possibly, but he's never gonna be worthy of that number 1 pick in my eyes, my estimation. That's just me. I'm not a big Kyler guy. Loved him in college, just don't like him as much in the NFL. At some point, height and size does matter. 5'9", 190. It's not a big man. That is not a big man at all. At 425, it is the 3-2 Cowboys coming off a humiliating loss to the Green Bay Packers at home, taking on the 0-4 Jets. Another one of those get right games. So Cowboys, get right, because this is what's going to happen. Because you played 3 bad teams to start the season, you went 3-0. You played 2 teams that are really good, playoff type caliber teams, you lost both of them. Now you're going to beat the Jets this week, and then next week on Monday's show, I'll have Cowboy fans beating their chest, telling me they're going back to the Super Bowl again, all of this good stuff, we them boys, everything else that comes with that. Congratulations, you beat the Jets. I don't want to hear that when you beat the Jets. Look, I'm still on board this thing. I haven't jumped ship yet. I picked the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl. I haven't jumped ship yet. I'm still on board. But I don't need no Cowboy fans. I don't need any of you people calling me, texting me, posting on Facebook about how great you are when you beat the Jets. I don't want to hear it. It's the damn Jets. You're supposed to beat the damn Jets. And you're supposed to beat them handily. So do not call me. Do not text me. I should not see any Facebook posts after you beat the damn hapless Jets. Just don't do it. It ain't worth it. Also at 425, it's the 2-3 Titans at the 1-4 Broncos. Broncos got their first win last week over the Chargers. The Titans, I told you. Marcus Mariota, he's like clockwork. 2 weeks ago against the Falcons, 284 yards, 3 TDs, a win. Last week against the Bills, 170 yards, 180, no TD passes. And that's who he is. That's who he is. And if you're a Titan fan, you gotta be really frustrated because he shows you glimpses, and then there's good Marcus Mariota and there's bad. And that's just what it is. And his contract is coming up, so what do you do with him? What do you do with him? Jameis in the same situation. What do you do with those 2 quarterbacks? I always talk about Marcus and Jameis in the same, because they went in the same draft. I have to talk about them. I just have to. They kind of go hand in hand. So what do you do with those guys? What do you do with them? The Sunday night game, I'm sure NBC, when they scheduled this game, thought they would have Big Ben versus Phillip Rivers, the 2004 quarterback class. But Ben is out. Mason Rudolph, his backup, was knocked out last Sunday. Don't know if he's going to play. They would turn to some guy named Hodges. Again, just insulting. Just insulting. It's insulting in it all is a way. And the Chargers 2-3, struggling. Phillip Rivers is starting to show some signs that he is on the decline. He's starting to show some signs that he's on the decline. So that's his Sunday night game, Steelers at Chargers. And on Monday Night Football, and we'll talk more about that Monday, it'll be the 2-1 Lions at the 4-1 Packers, who had an impressive win against the Cowboys last Sunday, where they just ran it down the Cowboys' throat. They just ran it down their throat. They ran it down their throat. Welcome into the show. If you're still watching, you know what this is. Sentell. I am your host, a.k.a. Mr. No Days Off, a.k.a. the One Man Dynasty. I thank everybody who's still tuning in and watching. Man, get some phone calls in here before I leave. Got about 12 more minutes. 864-378-5943. 864-378-5943. Let's talk about some college football, some big time matchups in the college football. NBA season is right around the corner. Preseason games have already started. We can talk about that. The new look Lakers. I know y'all people want to talk about Anthony Davis and LeBron James. I want to talk about the Brooklyn Nets. That's what I want to talk about. Then Kawhi and the new look Clippers. Got Giannis still in the Milwaukee Bucks. We got the Philadelphia 76ers. Ben Simmons shot an uncontested 3-pointer that blew up the Twitter world. I don't know why. It was uncontested. Nobody was guarding him. They were standing there and let him shoot, and the crowd went crazy. I don't know why. I mean, he's getting paid a whole lot of money, and he should be able to shoot. I mean, that's part of his job description. I'm sure that you should be able to shoot. That's part of your job description, that you should be able to shoot. If you're in the NBA, you should be able to shoot. So I'm just looking forward to that. Like I said, we'll probably do not this coming Monday. Oh, I gotta mention that I am going on vacation. I didn't even mention that I was on vacation. I'm not doing a show this coming Monday because I'm on vacation. But I will be broadcasting live Friday from the 3rd annual Alumni Day, which will take place in Calhoun Falls. And we will be on the Calhoun Falls practice field. And I will start shooting the show at 5 o'clock, 5 to 7. Hopefully some interview with some old time greats, tell some stories about our high school days, all that good stuff that come with Alumni Day. But I'll be out there Friday. That's October the 18th, live from Calhoun Falls on the practice field. I would not have a show Monday because I am on vacation. My vacation started yesterday. I am on vacation. I came in, I was going to do this Friday show, and don't see me on Monday. I am on vacation. Missed no days off. Ashley needs a day off, and several days off, Ashley. So, taking a break, but I will be out there in Calhoun Falls on Friday, so don't worry your heads about it. I'll be out there for that. But in the meantime, we got some great games to look forward to. Go over, Oklahoma, Texas. That should be, sink your teeth into that. Georgia, South Carolina, Florida State, Clemson, Penn State, Iowa, USC, Notre Dame, and of course, Florida at LSU, 8 o'clock, ESPN. It's going to be a big one. I'm a little bit jacked up. I wish, I planned on this show. I was, the Braves will have won this series. The NLCS was gonna be right around the corner. I had the Gators. My Niners are 4-0. I'm thinking this is gonna be a great weekend, and it still has the potential to be, but it's a little bit dampened and cloudy because of what happened on Wednesday night at SunTrust Park with those Atlanta Braves. So I'm a little frustrated. I'm a little hot up under the collar. But I want to thank all you guys. I see you watching, tuning in tonight, man. It's, I wish I had some more comments and a few more questions. I kind of need that feedback from you guys. But it doesn't matter. You know me. If I need to carry this show and carry you people, I will carry you people and carry this show. That's what I would do. I am built for it. I will carry you and carry this show. But my guy mentioned earlier, the Richard Sherman thing was interesting this past week. If you haven't heard about this story, Monday Night Football, of course, the 49ers took on the Cleveland Browns. And at the end of the game, after the game, in the locker room, Richard Sherman was speaking to one of the reporters, mentioned that Baker Mayfield doing coin toss did not shake his hand. Richard said it was Bush League and called Baker all other types of things that go with that. So we all assume Baker did not shake Richard Sherman's hand during pregame, during the coin toss. So we just all assumed that happened, right? We just all took Richard's word on this. Come to find out, there was video, and there's always video. So I don't know why people even lie anymore, because there's always a camera, right? There's always a camera now. There's always a camera. So there's always a camera. So why are you lying when there's always a camera? So Richard says that Baker didn't shake his hand, but there was footage of, there he was, coin toss, right before the coin toss. Baker indeed shakes Richard Sherman's hands. Now he doesn't dap him up or hugs. It's just a handshake, and we moved on to our way. After the coin toss, Baker did sprint off the field. So after the tape surfaces, Richard Sherman basically got caught up in a lie. So he quickly said that he would apologize to Baker. Apparently that has happened. Richard, that's not good. We can put the story to bed now. But this is what I believe happened. Because this is what you do as a competitor. You try to hype your team up. This is what you do. You make up stuff. I've seen it done. Make up stuff about the opponent to get you fired up. And I believe what happened was coin toss happened. They were going on offense first, right? You know what you do as a team captain? You run over to the team defense, man, that you know what, that month didn't even shake my hand in pregame. Then your other teammates what? Jumping up, going crazy. It's yeah, fool didn't even shake my hand. Dude didn't even shake my hand. Let's go get him, bro. And that's kind of what I think happened. But Richard, you supposed to just say that to your teammate, that lie, not going to a reporter and say that, and you said it on the record. So that makes you a liar. So we can't, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm lost right now. We can't absolve you from this because you lied. But that's what happened. He ran to the sideline. He trying to hype up his defensive unit because they were going to the field first. They pumped them up and said, he didn't even shake my hand. Then, Bosa didn't already, and it was already some heat. Them guys already did not like Baker to begin with. So, and a lot of guys apparently do not like Baker in this league. So it was easily for Richard Sherman to run over and tell his teammates, "Oh, he didn't shake my hand," and for people to believe that. People would believe that Baker would not shake their hand. People would believe that because we know what Baker has said. We know what Baker has done. So we can believe that Baker would do that. We can believe that Baker didn't shake his hand because he wakes up dangerous. That's what he wakes up dangerous all the time. So we can believe that Baker would not shake people's hands. So, that's the story on that. Richard got caught in a lie, trying to hype up his defensive team. Baker, in fact, did shake his hand. So Richard Sherman could have been my suck of the week. He could have easily been Sentell's suck of the week. But instead, that honor went to who? Who did that honor go to? Who got suck of the week? None other than me. Yours truly got suck of the week. I got suck of the week, and I deserve to get suck of the week because the Bray suckered me. To quote Malcolm X, to quote Stephen A. Smith, to quote the phone caller earlier, we got hooked with bamboozle, run amok, led astray, flat out lied to. Because they led me down that path. I thought this year would be different. I felt it would be different, and this is why I'm taking this loss so hard. I had zero doubt that we would at least get to the NLCS. I had zero doubt. There was never a doubt in my mind that we would not be playing the second week of October. And here we are not playing. And to make it even worse, the Dodgers lost in the first round. So that makes it 10 times worse because, to me, we're better than Washington. We're better than St. Louis. And it is just sad. This is a depressing thing to think that we could be playing right now in the NLCS and hosting and having home field advantage in the NLCS. I mean, that just makes me, as I say that, I get physically sick. As I'm sitting here saying that, literally saying that right now, I'm sick. That makes me very sick, very ill. So, very depressing thing. But hey, I'm back. I'm back. I'm in it because tomorrow, your day should start like this. Get up at 9 o'clock. Watch College Game Day from Baton Rouge. That's how it should be. At 10 o'clock, you should switch over to SEC Network so you can watch the beginning of the SEC Nation, because I always do. And at 12 o'clock, you should sit down, get your remote control ready. Oklahoma, Texas, Red River Shootout. Flip back and forth between Georgia and South Carolina. That's how that should be. 3:30 games come on. You flipping back, Clemson, Florida State. There's some other 3:30 games that you can be interested in as well. And then you should finish your night off in front of your TV with LSU and the Gators from Baton Rouge, Death Valley. Hey, I am looking forward to it. I am geeked up, a little bit jacked up. So far, everyone who did participate, and I'm telling you, people, I'm posting these poll questions because I'm trying to get interactive with you people. I want you to participate in the poll question. So when I post a poll question, that means you participate in the poll question. That's what that means. I have 4 votes. They're all for LSU. But that poll will be all the way to tomorrow because that's how this thing works now. I hate the way they do their poll questions because I can't even limit it to the end of the show. But that'll be up all the way to tomorrow. And as I thought, most people will pick LSU, and they are a 14-point favorite. 14-point favorite. The number is 14. Oh, speaking of favorites, I meant to go through that. Notre Dame is a 13-point favorite. Penn State is a 6-point favorite. I mentioned that Georgia's giving South Carolina 29 points. And Texas is 11-point underdog against Oklahoma. So Vegas believes what I believe. Because I believe Oklahoma wins this game. I think Florida and LSU is closer than what people think. These games are always tight. A one-possession game, I believe in that one. I think Florida State keeps it close for a little while. Clemson pulls away late. I think Carolina plays their best game of the year. Georgia wins. I think Georgia wins by a touchdown. So I see that working out. So I want to thank everybody for watching tonight and tuning in to Sentell, the hottest sports podcast in the South. The best damn Sports Podcast, period. I'm your host, Mr. No Days Off, aka the One Man Dynasty. I will see you people on Monday. Enjoy this weekend's action of college football. Enjoy the NFL. Also, I just lied. I will not be here Monday. I will not see people again until next Friday, where I'll be broadcasting live from Calhoun Falls High from the practice field for the 3rd annual Alumni Day. I expect to see all of the class of 2001. I need a big turnout from you, but I expect to see a ton of people there to support our flashes and just have a good old time. So I will see you guys Friday for the next edition of Sentell's Intel. I am out. Peace.